Hello and welcome to episode 12 of the Boston Tea Party. Yes, we are up to the 12th episode, and for unbeknownst reasons, today I am green. Our intrepid tea salesmen have found themselves in the Spire building of New Delhi on the 324th floor outside a closed Dashwood's Tea Emporium shop. The shutters are down, and as they arrive, the lights on the ceiling start switching off one by one. Doom, 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 doom. Now, the only sound that can be heard in the whole shopping arcade, other than the sound of a pin dropping, is an advertisement screen somewhere which has been left on. BioFlesh. Eradicate homelessness in your neighborhood with a BioFlesh grenade launcher. Simply install into your gun and the grenade launcher will target any homeless person it smells and fire BioFlesh nanite technology ammunition at them, which cleans them up and makes them look too rich to beg. And that's the only sound that can be heard in this otherwise empty shopping arcade. Meanwhile, several months in the future, you are in what appears to be a kind of United Nations type room, being interrogated in a court of law. Around you are all of the banners of all of the corporations, a massive seated auditorium full of a sea of faces looking down on you in the middle as the lights all aim at you and illuminate you in a big spotlight glow, and opposite you is some kind of judge. Now, when you got to the Spire in New Delhi, could you explain to me, please, in detail, just how it exploded?
We just wanted to sell tea.
I understand at that point you were looking to consume tea, is that correct?
We hadn't had any tea for some considerable time, and Lord Percival was getting quite desperate, anxious.
Withdrawn.
We were on the parched, frayed ends of our sanity.
Yes, we needed tea.
And that's when you devised the plan to break in to the Dashwood's Tea Emporium to make yourself a cuppa, it says here in your deposition.
Yes, although I would like to stress that given that we are Dashwood's employees, we weren't really breaking in. We were simply going in after hours.
I see. So tell me, exactly how did you deal with the shutters at the front of the shop? And your mind goes back to the time when you were stood in front of the Dashwood's Tea Emporium with its shutters down, locking you out from that magnificent tea. It's time for you lot to come up with a plan.
It's a simple plan. Let's shoot the fucking lock.
No. We don't want to set off any alarms. Or else it'd be deeply embarrassing. Let's at least see what kind of lock it is.
I take a moment to look at Xerxes and just sort of shake my head slightly and say, we failed to open an emporium in Boston, of all places. We have destroyed London. We have blown up Australia. Somehow, I don't think being caught trying to break into Dashwood's Emporium in the Spire is going to rank amongst our most embarrassing moments in the last few weeks.
Well, I think Xerxes is right. Really, shooting the lock is what you do when your plan fails, rather than just relax, my dear fellow. We'll have a look at this lock, and we'll have you in there in mere minutes.
We should at least have a fingerprint scan or something. But the fact that we're employees, we should be able to get in easily. Not even breaking the lock, just opening it.
You do not have the keys.
So they're manual keys, or are they more like key cards?
It'll be a key card of some kind. So you could break into it with some computer wizardry.
Could we scan? Would scanning our chips work if we just flash our?
You try and it doesn't work.
Well, it was worth a try. It could have worked. Well, we could always try and pick the electronic lock somehow.
Yeah, surely it's quite a basic lock. We're only talking about
It's a chip scanner.
Yeah, so I don't know much about computers, but I know a little, so I'm gonna...
Okay, intelligence plus computers, please.
Okay. What's my intelligence again? Oh, yeah.
That has to be the dumbest possible question taken out of context, doesn't it?
Intelligence again. Okay, it's still not enough. No.
How much did you fail by?
I failed by quite a lot. 5 points.
Okay, the chip reader explodes and security bolts either side of the shutters have little explosive charges in them that detonate, locking the shutters in place.
Ah, I say, old man, I dare say it wasn't what you were going for.
No, that was extremely barbaric.
Oh, I wonder if there's another way in instead of the front door.
Quite possibly. There must be a fire exit or something like that. Employee entrance, if they're that poncy about it.
Okay, you see a information kiosk nearby that has a "You are here" sign on it. It's a little digital display thing. You go up to it, and it's got all the shopping concourse and loads of other shops. Just so you're aware, there's just about everything available in the shopping arcade. So, you know, if you want an angle grinder, you could probably get one, or an RPG, or whatever else. It's probably available somewhere here, provided you break in and steal it. It also shows doors which lead off the public concourse, and there is one nearby that leads off, presumably, to some staff-only area.
I'll say, well, what if we try this door? That probably goes back in and through, and that could be the staff entrance.
Yeah. I look back at Lord and also our friend from school. And
Harshal Masuria.
Yes. That's right, because I thought of the name myself from somebody in real life.
He looks quite pale because all of the blood has left his face.
He just needs a cup of tea.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sort of right out.
So let's move quickly.
He struggles to move quickly. You're practically having to carry him. He's barely conscious.
We'll carry him to the door then and try and get in.
Okay, the door is not locked.
Okay.
You open it up, and immediately a gun pops up from out of the floor and fires something at all three of you. Boom, boom, boom. It explodes in a gooey gunk on your face. You feel instantly refreshed.
Mm.
A moment later, you realize that you are no longer wearing neon-lit clothes and BDSM gear. You are now in grey suits, and you smell fresh.
Ah,
Are we official Dashwood's employees now? Is this our uniform?
No, they look like cheap suits.
It's not bad compared to what we're wearing, but it's got the wrong tie.
Well, this is ridiculous. I can feel the brashness of the materials. horrendous, but
I'm finding it rather invigorating.
it's just the adrenaline, Lord. Just the adrenaline rush. We need to get you some tea. You're obviously experiencing withdrawal symptoms.
It's
But
chafing. It's chafing the parts illuminated clothing don't reach.
And yet, for some reason, BDSM gear wasn't acceptable. But anyway, let's go.
Okay, you proceed down the corridor. The little gun just sort of drops back down, and you pass various stacked boxes for bioflesh until you get to approximately where the Dashwood shop is, and there's an unmarked, tatty-looking door. It looks like it's a hollow wooden door, a bit like these interior doors, very cheap. They're not engineered at all. They're not solid. They're just like a bit of thin board with air in the middle of the door. It looks really weak and crap and run down.
Okay. I'm gonna gently open the door, just sort of.
Okay. You try to open it. It is shut by a mechanical lock.
I think we might be able to probably pick that. It seems very basic.
Okay. Let's have intelligence plus mechatronics.
Hey,
This is where it all pays off.
hopefully.
Where on earth did you learn to do that primitive technique?
Get taught all sorts of things at the correct school.
Well, it would have been helpful a while ago.
So that's a pass by, let me think, what was that? It's intelligence and...
Fine. You passed. That's enough. You bust open this mechanical lock. It definitely will feel different when it's next used, but nonetheless, it's easily opened, and you are in to the kitchens of Dashwood's Tea.
Get the kettle on.
There are several pods on the wall which look like some kind of stasis chamber.
How big are these pots?
Human-sized.
I don't recall seeing anything like that before in Dashwood's kitchen.
Well, it might just be the new art decor. You know, they like to go for abstract things every so often. And this is India. You know, it's going to be a little bit different.
Either that or they're keeping their staff in-house.
Yes.
Hmm.
Why
Right.
doesn't one of you get the kettle, and I'll see if I can find any leaves.
You had me at kettle. You actually had why don't you? I'm finding every kettle I can find within a small radius, and I'm filling them and putting them on.
Okay. Well, it's a hot water run, but of course this is Dashwood, so you have to fill up an actual teapot, and there's a whole process and ritual you start going
And
through.
I will be following that ritual.
Here's the thing. I'm going to make you roll for this because you're suffering withdrawal, and the proper ritual takes a long time.
Go for it.
Let's have presence plus your arts and crafts thingy. Top one. Arts, culture, and arts and culture.
Arts and culture.
That's the one.
The one where I've got an 8 as a skill.
Can't it be psychology?
No.
Made it by 4.
Okay. You begin the ritual of making the cup. This is not drinking it. This is just making it. Okay. Whilst you're doing that, what are the rest of you doing?
So if Lord has sort of got the leaves and everything like that, I won't bother looking for any extra. I would probably head further in to see if there are any more of these pods.
No, it's purely out back in the kitchen area.
And there's not like anything unusual, like a unusual smell or anything in the guest area?
No, the guest area looks absolutely pristine. Those pods,
Okay.
incidentally, you can't see into them.
Okay. In that case, as the official eat, I will dress the guest room.
Okay,
Do that
so,
part of the ritual for presentation.
okay, let's have presents plus arts and culture from you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, made it by 5.
Okay. Phil, what are you doing while these two are busy engaging in tea drinking rituals?
I'll be searching the kitchen, trying to find all the relevant teas, cups and saucers and silver spoons and.
Ronnie's got that covered, or Lord has that covered, yeah.
Hmm.
What are the pots? Beeps. Beep beep.
Beeps.
Beeps.
Okay.
Beep,
I
beep.
will investigate that a little bit closer and maybe even prod it if I can find a spatula or maybe some serving tongs. Jibber tongs
Okay.
if there's nothing else.
It is a stasis chamber. It has a control panel.
Oh, it's solid. It's not like organic or anything.
No, it's a stasis chamber. So it's a pod which can fit a person in. It's opaque, so you can't see in. And there is a control panel.
Can I get any information from the control panel? Like if it's inhabited or...
It says life signs 2%.
Right, so as long as they're 2%, they're not going to trouble us then. They're that low. I'll check the others to make sure they're all similar.
Life signs 5%. There's only 2.
There's only 2. Ah, okay. Well, I want to keep an eye on those to make sure they're not going up too quick and going to cause us any problems.
Okay, so whilst the others prepare the tea, one of the pods, the one at 5%, ticks down to 4.
Oh, they're going down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. I don't see that much as a problem because I would have thought there'd been more problem for us if they were going up. So I will go back to my school buddy and drag him out into the restaurant section and make him comfortable as we can, and in preparation for a reviving cup of tea.
He is barely conscious, sir. Oh.
He might need a bit more than tea. I sort of look down at his crotch and see how that area's doing.
You gave him Viagra when he was low on blood. All of his blood's gone to one part of his body.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's worn out yet. But I say to did you see a pharmacy nearby? I might as well stock up.
But there must be one. There seems to be everything here according to the map out there.
All right. Well, how about this? I'm finished. I finished making up the table and so on. So why don't I nip out and see if I can find some supplies while you keep him company?
That sounds like a good idea. Also, if I can find some biscuits and make a cucumber sandwich or 2.
Absolutely.
Okay. You head off out onto the main concourse. Whilst you're out on the main concourse, Harshal goes to Augustus. I got your characters' names down. It's fine. I remember these. We're at Dashwoods.
We've come to Dashwoods just to lie low a touch and maybe refresh ourselves.
When I came to rescue you, I was carrying the VIPs. The VIPs.
The VIPs?
I put them in stasis to tide them over.
Ah, they're in the kitchen. Yes.
Yes.
They don't seem to be their life signs are dropping quite drastically. Should we take them out?
Must save them. Need supplies, but I had to rescue you first.
Right. How do we get them out of the stasis pods?
Oh, you enter the access code.
Which is?
This is the best tea on the planet. There's only one 4-digit access code. 1337.
1337. I will go and see to them right now.
But don't get them out until you've got medical supplies.
Ah, okay.
The problem is we were meant to rebuild them, restore them from backup. But the satellite, oh shit, I've actually, just as GM here, I've forgotten the name, Miller. The backup facilities are on Miller, which was destroyed. We need advanced supplies.
Who are these VIPs?
We managed to teleport them off Vastag just before the place exploded. They are very important EI senior board members.
Right. Okay. I will communicate the need for advanced medical equipment to Xerxes. And do you think you can find anything like that?
Not here. We're going to have to raid facility.
Are they safe if we leave them here?
Their
What do
life
you-
signs are getting weaker.
We better take them with us then.
What did you give me? I thought the tablet would make me better. Why am I sexually attracted to you right now?
Wait, isn't everybody? I don't know what you're saying, old man.
I like both the quality of that line and the speed of it.
Yep. That was Paul Merton.
Wasn't just the fact that it was a good comeback. It was a fast, good comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly comeback is probably not the phrase to use when referring to someone with a huge erection. But
Don't you worry, that tablet will set you right in no time.
It's Helena Ryman and Marianne Verstaeg.
Take it, we'd be aware of who they were, I assume.
Oh, you're trying to remember. I'm going to leave it up to you as players if you recall. You arrive at the chemist. It is, of course, shut, with shutters down. But worse is it has some kind of Android security guard. Do you approach the store to get a better look at it?
Is the AI guard sort of moving around, or is it stationary?
If you imagine the front of the store is kind of like got a recessed door, at the moment, this Android security guard, and it's clearly Android, it's, you know, plastic body, white plastic, not even trying to be fake human. It is stood in that recess at the moment.
Okay. In that case, no, I don't approach it. I'm going to see if I can get in a different way or come in from the side.
Okay, so the adjacent shop to it is a new Woolworths. And the other side is a
Toys R Us.
Toys Were Us.
Okay. In that case, I will go into the Toys Were Us and see if I can pick out some
To
kind
do that,
of...
though, because that's the far side, you'd have to go past the guard. So are you sure you want to do that?
Well, I suppose Woolworths is okay because they also sell like cheap toys in there, don't they?
Mm.
Although I haven't been to Woolworths for a long time. Okay, I'll go into the new Woolworths instead and see if I can pick out some kind of mechanical action figure thing.
Woolworths does not have it shuttered down. In fact, it's got some lights on, and you think there might be people stocking the shelves near the back.
Okay. Doesn't matter to me.
You try the door, though, and it is locked.
Okay. And is it a mechanical lock? Pico?
Looks like it.
Okay.
They have too high staff turnover to have the tech support department constantly putting people's chip IDs in.
Okay. Right. In that case, I will attempt to break the door as gracefully as possible.
Okay. It's a glass door, so it's going to shatter.
I haven't really got any method to break the locks, no.
I mean, you can break glass, so you'll succeed. But I don't think I'd even ask you to make a stealth roll. It will make a noise.
Or I guess I could just try and shoot the lock. So then it just sort of, you know, flops open.
Is that your choice?
The problem is Black Cougars never specify whether they've got a silencer or whatever on
No.
it. So I'm assuming they're
No, they
noisy.
haven't.
No.
They haven't.
So either way, it's going to be noisy. Unless, no, instead I knock on the door and wave at somebody if they come by.
Okay. After a couple of minutes, well, no, not even that long. Right, you start banging on the door. As you do so, the shop next door, that android, goes, charging complete, reactivating. And then it steps out into the concourse and it turns towards the Woolworths. Do you do anything?
Yeah, so I keep knocking on the door and point at it and go, the guard has gone rogue, it's going to shoot up your shop.
Sorry, the guard has gone rogue. Oh, you're telling that to the Woolworths people?
Yeah, it will shoot up your shop.
Okay. The android guard sees you and goes, homeless person, be gone. And it points what looks like a taser at you.
Fuck you, I'm not homeless.
Homeless person, you are not welcome here. You have no money to spend.
I have plenty of money.
You cannot beg here. This is not a valid begging zone.
I literally
You
have
can't
over 3,000
immediately.
credits. Okay. Has it got like a sort of an extendable arm, or is it more like it's holding a gun?
It looks like it's holding a taser, like holding a gun, but it's just
Okay.
a plastic thing.
In that case, when it gets close enough, I'm going to try and disarm it.
Okay, but tasers do have a range on them of a few meters, so it does approach, and as it's approaching, it's like, homeless person, be gone. Leave the area immediately. You are not rich enough to shop in this area. You may not beg here. And it gets to about 3 meters away.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to wait for it to come closer, or are you going to act now?
No, I'll act now.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and sort of launch towards it and, you know, do a cool advanced disarming thing in my body.
Okay. Well, let's first of all see if you are quick enough. So we'll have reflexes plus, I suppose actually, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to preempt its programming. So we'll have reflexes plus computers and AI.
Okay.
See if you're fast enough.
Gulp. Oh, bang on, I made it.
Okay, and then you're going to try and wrestle the taser out of its hand.
Yep.
And then strength plus close combat.
Yeah. I was going to say, I wasn't sure if you wanted to use
Contested.
the disarming rules because they're quite complicated.
I have no idea what they are. I'm just going to do a contested strength plus close combat roll. And if you're watching James Norbury, I apologise for not knowing your rules set better.
Strength plus close combat. Failed by 2.
So did it. You are momentarily locked in this thing where it can't aim at you, but you aren't strong enough to get the gun out of its hand. Whilst you're in that moment, other guys, Lord, you realise that this tea, these teacups, they're not up to the London standard.
Not perfect, but oh, it just feels good to have that warm liquid running down my throat.
Not sipped it yet, because that's you've got to go through the proper drinking it ritual to actually drink it.
Okay.
So you're just coming up to the end of where you're about to start to serve this.
Yes, and I've been doing the whole. I've been muttering like Vincent D'Onofrio in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah. It's just that the porcelain cups you don't think are good enough.
I have a quick look through every cupboard to see whether I can find proper
Perception
Dashwood
plus
standards.
Perception plus observation.
Okay, decent chance. Next time, fail by 3.
Okay. They don't have them here. What is this? Is this some... This must be something for the Indian market. This would just not wash in London.
No. I will succeed. I will finish this ritual. I will do this. I will do it. Inferior porcelain cups or not, I am going to do this ritual. I'm going to have myself a bloody cup of tea, and then New Delhi, beware.
Okay. You bring the tea out and place it down on the table, and you all begin the proper ritual of drinking a cup of Dashwood's tea. That is, of course, their presence plus arts and culture.
Made by 4.
Arts and culture.
I am not here to experience this moment. Instead, I'm just a homeless person.
Okay, I made it by 1.
Okay, so you both made it, as did Harshal, and you all immediately spit the tea out. That is not Dashwood's.
Not.
Oh, Harshal doesn't, though. He drinks it.
This outrage must be avenged. I just do the whole big sweep everything off.
It's not Dashwood's and the wrong cups. It's very disappointing.
It's similar, but it's just not good enough.
But we must make a batch of tea for Her Highness. She must have her tea.
Well, we could just give her this stuff. Just grab a packet of this.
I don't care if she spits it out. I'm going to swallow this bloody tea before you shoot her, and then afterwards, possibly during.
We just think just making her drink this stuff would be far worse than actually shooting her.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not completely convinced that it will kill her.
Harshal's like, what's the problem?
This stuff, it's not Dashwood's.
It's...
Well, it is Dashwood's.
No, my dear sir. It's tea, sir, but not as we know it.
No.
You know it's not Dashwood's.
Well, it's not your Dashwoods.
No. It's see, our Dashwoods is golden velvet. This is
Dashwood's export.
slightly polished turd.
Damn it, we never did try that stuff, did we? Is this what we were trying to sell to the Americans?
Well, you know, they've barely gotten over themselves. They would have been happy with this.
Well, they wouldn't have probably told the difference after drinking all that coffee. But do you have anything apart from Dashwood's export here?
Well, no, we're in India.
It means we have to go
Right.
back to the UK to get
That's
some.
it.
You would
That's it.
have to go to the local EI offices for that.
Are they located in New Delhi?
No, Kolkata.
Then we'll have to make do. For now, the kangaroo is here in New Delhi.
And then, presumably over the speaker, Xerxes.
Okay. I actually forgot about my advanced disarm bonus.
Oh,
Oopsie.
does that mean you get a +4 or something?
Yeah, I get a +4, but for
Okay.
that one round, we can do it as like a struggle if you want.
Yeah, but so there was a struggle, and then so no speaker. Then in that case, you then go, aha! Remember the trading, and you are stood there with the taser battery in one hand and the barrel of the taser in the other, while the android's just holding the trigger bit.
So I just kind of kick it over.
Well, the android's not broken. You've just taken you've dismantled the taser. Yeah. Homeless person, you will now be tased. Please wait
no.
here
Ow,
whilst
ow.
I rectify the taser. Parts appear to be missing from my taser. Please act in a manner consistent with being tased.
Ow, ow, the pain, the suffering. And I start walking over to...
But
Oh,
you walk does not compute. Exception thrown. Calling maintenance.
No, don't call maintenance.
Dialing UIG.
I shoot it in the face.
Oh, okay. That escalated quickly. Make your well, it's not even it's short. But just roll damage.
Okay. Is it just one shot? I suppose it would be.
3.
Because I'm just going okay.
It's an automatic weapon, so
That's 13.
homeless person, please desist from your attack immediately. I am unarmed. I cannot harm you. Yes, I can. And it starts undoing its hand.
God. Right, I make a run for it towards the chemist.
Okay, the chemist, of course, still has shutters down. What do you do?
Okay. So I'm hoping that they're sort of flimsy enough that I can kind of pull it up. Like it's like a manual shutter.
Yeah, but it's locked in place by a padlock.
Okay, in that case, I'll shoot the padlock.
Okay. That I'm going to make you roll for because
Yep.
I want to see how long it takes, but just the one, because it's an aimed shot. Because an android is walking towards you, having just undone its hand, and what you see is that it has short-circuited the wiring on its hand, and now there are electrical sparks coming out of it,
Lovely.
and it is coming towards you.
Yep. What do you want me to roll?
An attack with your gun.
Okay, cool. Yep, made it by 1.
Okay. Padlock shatters. You quickly raise the shutters up. The android slowly lumbers towards you. It'll be in the doorway in just a moment. You see a cornucopia of drugs. Anything you want.
Oh my god. Okay, so the main things I look for are a good few intravenous med packs, and potentially a couple of drugs to cause people to go to sleep.
Okay, as you walk into the shop and you head straight for the section labelled Agent Supplies, Comoros only type thing, and you start picking these up, you realise that, wait, hang on a minute, just run that entrance by me again. Ah, shit, there was a camera flash. Something took your picture. But you hold in your hand 6 intravenous med packs and a handful of sleep drugs. Whatever's in the book for that.
They do have a name. I can't remember what they are, though.
Nocturnus for now, until we look it up. So yes, there you are. 60 intravenous med packs and 2 shots of Nocturnus.
Okay. Okay. And then I basically try and just jump headfirst to the window to get out as quickly as I can.
Okay, so as you get to the front of the store, the android is in the entranceway with its arms sparking. You go, screw that, and jump through a window.
Precisely.
Can we please have a strength plus athletics roll? We'll see if you manage to smash through the store that is used to being robbed and has polycarbonate windows.
Yeah, no, I missed by 5.
You bounce. Homeless person, desist immediately from your larceny. And the android steps right up to you. It is stood over you now. What do you do?
Okay, I'm going to preferably use telekinesis on it to try and at least get its hand away, or if not, to try and force it back.
We need to look up just how much weight you can shift.
Well, I can do a maximum of 250 kilograms.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, I've got level 5 in telekinesis.
Which is not a massive amount.
But it's significant.
Okay. But you move it slowly, don't you? I think if you read it, it says you can't do this on animated stuff.
Maybe not. I'm not sure. Telekinesis. Throwing people. If you move a person, they may make a strength plus endurance roll with the level of telekinesis used as a penalty to resist if they have something to grab onto. Otherwise, they are picked up automatically.
Strength plus endurance? That's 2 stats. I didn't know the rules allowed for that. All right, so you're putting 5 telepathic points into this, yeah?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Well, with the -5, it certainly fails. So and it is moved backwards. My servos appear to be malfunctioning. Homeless person, please arrest yourself whilst I seek maintenance.
Okay, not a problem. Roger that.
And you walk out the store.
It's just called knockout serum, apparently.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I walk out of the store. Well, I run out of the store to get back to the others very quickly.
All right, and you are there relatively quickly. So, meanwhile, you guys.
Yes. Perhaps we should. I'll go back into the kitchen actually to check on the stasis pods.
1% and 3%.
Oh dear. One of these pods doesn't look like they're going to make it. They're not going to last much longer. We're going to need to move them.
Neither am I. We need to do a raid, but we'll have to take them with us. Raid the hardware store, get some anti-grav trays. We'll take them to a place we can... Why are you dressed like a homeless person?
Some gun fired some stuff at us, and it just disrupted all our clothes.
You must have looked... When did you last shower?
It has been a while.
They
It
are
comes straight from
scent-operated.
Australia.
Right. Look, get some anti-grav trays from the hardware store. We'll need 2 of them.
Okay.
We will raid the compound, we'll take these people in, and we will restore them on site. It is imperative to EI that these people survive. They are very important people. They pay your wages.
Oh, understood. So I'll go back out to the map thing and try and locate the hardware store.
Yep, just over there.
Okay.
As you head out onto the concourse, Xerxes is coming the other way and is being pursued by an android with an electricity type arm. Going, homeless persons, desist.
I'll tell Xerxes what I'm doing before saying to the robot, "Robot, you're broken. Go and get yourself fixed."
UIG have been called.
Good. In that case, then you can go and get yourself fixed.
Following protocol.
That is a health and safety hazard.
Not engaging with homeless person. And it's approaching. It's very close. You've muted yourself, babe.
Gary. They really hate homeless people around here, apparently. I've got the med packs. Let's go.
Oh, I need to get some anti-grav units. We need to get these pods out to some sort of warehouse so we can. Apparently, they're our bosses, and if we let them die, we're not going to get paid anymore.
All right. Well, here's a med pack for Harshal. Anyway.
Thank you.
Marshall attaches the med pack to himself and slowly comes to. Oh, that's better. Right. Hardware store. And he pulls out his gun, shoots the android several times. Why don't you just use your gun?
I did use my gun.
What are you using for a gun?
That cougar.
Wow. Right. Hardware store.
Wow, it's excellent quality.
So's a shotgun.
Yeah, well, I gave my shotgun away.
But how else do you shoot pigeons and giraffes?
I don't have any desires to shoot animals unless they're giant and mechanical and like a kangaroo.
But are you not educated?
Fuck you! Let's go to the hardware store.
You're right. Right, so, Lord, are you going with them?
Yes, I am.
So, okay. You all arrive at the hardware store. Herschel pulls out a grenade and chucks it at the front door before you even get there. And leaps through the smoke and into the store.
Well, you're being really subtle, aren't you, Mr. Educated?
Come on, we've not got long.
Yeah, we'll follow on. I mean,
Yeah, no shit, we haven't got long. You probably set off all the alarms.
I look at the other two guys and say, now, my thing at the start when I said let's just shoot the lock is looking really subtle right now.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
By the time you guys get close to the section that sells this stuff. Harshal is already flying back out on the back of one, dragging the other at high velocity towards the front doors. Stop dilly-dallying! There are explosions behind him, and parts of the store are on fire.
What the bloody blue?
That was the med pack I gave him, right? And not speed.
It was, yes.
What is wrong with him?
Bloody blue blazes is he?
Covering his tracks, I believe. Right, back to the Dashwoods, and we'll get these people loaded.
Okay, he heads to the front of Dashwoods, gets his key card out, swipes the lock, goes, who the fuck set this off? God damn it. It's the reset code, 1337. Swipes the lock, the security bolts go in, the shutters come up, it charges in, gets the pods off the wall, lays them down, goes, I need to hit something.
Like what?
Smashes up a fridge. Come on, we've got to get to Kolkata quickly.
It was definitely a med pack and not steroids.
Sorry, I always get violent when I'm aroused.
How many did you give him? How long is this likely to last?
We'll have to... We'll have to steal a gravcopter to get there on time.
I'm so pleased you know what you're doing, Harshal.
There should be one on the roof.
Right, let's push these guys to the lift then.
Yep. Let's get this done.
Okay, you all get to the lift. Whilst in there, Harshal occasionally hits the wall with his elbow.
Look, when we get to Calcutta, we'll get you a woman. Until then, just calm down.
You can't. I gave him Viagra.
And don't smash the copter up when we're in it.
Unless we've got some cornflakes or something, I can't really do anything.
Does anybody have a medicine skill of 5 or more?
No.
Medicine skill. No.
No.
Okay. You get to the roof. There are about 8 Comoros agents up here and several gravcopters, all look fully loaded out like they could do a lot of damage. In no time, Harshal is gunning them down, hitting them with cricket bats and pushing them off the edge of the building. You get into a gravcopter. Get the big buddies on board. We've got to get to Kolkata. I'll fly. And he gets into the seat, straps himself in, and takes off.
Oh, yeah.
Assume you're on board, yeah?
Definitely strap in as well, yeah. Calcutta's
hold on a minute. Do we have any actual needs to head to Calcutta?
Yes, it's the only way to save these people. We're going to have to break in to a backup and restore facility.
Yeah, but the Queen and stuff. Well, I suppose we could just fly back.
She's in Calcutta.
Oh. Okay,
Oh,
fine.
well then.
And that's where the proper Dashwoods is as well.
Excuse over them.
Yes. We've got lots of reasons to get to Kolkata. Why are you dilly-dallying? We've got to go now.
Right. Fly and just remember which
Okay.
joystick you're meant to be using.
He takes off. As he does so, he pulls back on the stick when his erection hits the fire button and loads of missiles come out. They fly up into the air, arc over, and impact on the spire. The spire explodes at the base and starts tumbling down as you fly off into the distance.
Listen, Herschel, listen to me. Listen to me, right?
Bloody hell.
When we said we wanted to get your huge erection climax so it would fall down, we didn't mean that one. Oh my God, could you just for once not could you just for once have been firing blanks?
I think we're going to get blamed for that one as well.
I just find the sheer difference of effect on him versus someone like me just absolutely fascinating. How on earth does anybody get that aroused, even with Viagra? Maybe I've just gotten sort of dumbed down by taking all the time.
It looks like have you never read the instructions on the back of a med pack? As he jams the afterburners on this thing into maximum.
Obviously not. What does it say?
You start reading through the accompanying leaflet. So it's quite large, and it takes quite a while to find the section.
Fold it into like a bash sheet size.
Side effects, yada yada yada.
Do not mix with Viagra or other chemical stimulants.
Huh.
Side effects include pleasure from violence, basically.
But I've had other stuff whilst taking a med pack. I had the adrenaline booster things.
Yeah,
It
that's
didn't treat me very well.
It's possible that your body has become accustomed to riding the wave. Clearly, Herschel's hasn't.
Yeah, poor guy.
And there you are, back in the future. How do you explain this to your court case?
Well,
It was a case of the wrong erection.
quite simply, our friend became so jittery from the med pack that he became clumsy, accidentally set off the missile buttons, and boom. We couldn't stop him.
You allowed somebody who was high on drugs to fly an attack gravcopter.
A few things. First of all, allowed is a very strong word. He was so far ahead of us at that point that allowed was not really on the cards. Secondly, just he was clearly in the grasp of deeper forces.
You outnumbered him 3-1. You are all trained agents. He was one agent.
Believe you me, at that point, his gun was far bigger than the three of ours.
We were at quite a low ebb at that stage.
So your justification for the death of 1 million citizens of New Delhi is that you were at a low ebb.
Look. All I can say is this will be very hard to explain, and quite frankly, hardness was a major factor in what went wrong.
Who gave him the Viagra?
Can't remember actually. I think he just took it himself.
Yeah, I think he might have mixed up the tablets he was taking, and it was rather unfortunate.
Really? He hasn't had a girl for years, as far as I know.
And
Maybe
who
it's
gave him
somewhere.
the med pack?
Well, we did, because he was really ill and weak, and
Specifically, which one of you?
He was dying.
I chucked a med pack to him, but he administered it himself.
Right, I see. So you don't know who gave him the Viagra, but you admit to giving him the med pack yourself.
Yes, because he was almost dead.
No. If we're going to get legal on this, let's get our terminologies correct. We did not give him the med pack. We simply acquired med packs, and he acquired one for himself and used it.
And you were aware he was on Viagra at the time?
Well,
Look, he could have just... He was so ill at that point and so near death, we just thought it was rigor mortis setting in early. I mean, it was...
I would like the court to remember security roll 39. And your mind drifts back to the moment you arrived in Calcutta. And we'll deal with that after the break.
security rule 39.
God.
Dear me. Right.
See you in a bit.
I hope you're enjoying the game so far. and stuff. So 12 episodes in, it gets... Actually, it doesn't get more insane, it's just insane. For our handful of viewers who actually watch these things. But if you do, and you like what you see on this, there's 11 other episodes to watch. There's also an entire channel dedicated to role-playing advice and stuff, which I probably shouldn't promote on this particular game and say, look, I can do like really serious role-playing advice and really improve your game. And then I showcase that on this adventure, which is ridiculous. But yes. Here we are. Everybody else is still on break. They're leaving me on my own. I see 16 people watched the last episode. Ah, welcome back, Phil.
Hello. 16, eh? That's not bad.
Hmm.
Well, they're murdered. The flies, they're murdered.
Awesome. And in fact, exactly the same number watched session 10 as well.
Regular viewers.
We had 25 on session 7.
What were we blowing up in session 7?
Don't know, 27 on session 6. The age-restricted stuff's actually quite popular.
Lol.
Probably because it's age restricted.
Session 1 got 66 though. That's the biggest. Then we did do a little bit of promotion on that.
My girlfriend Fiona does tend to sort of watch little bits of this. So if you're on at this moment, Fiona, hello.
I have no idea if we've got anybody watching right now. There's no Randall, or the chat would be active.
That does surprise me.
Yeah.
He's usually, number one with a bullet. Straight in there telling people
to like, comment, and subscribe.
Like and comment and subscribe.
Yeah. We've had one viewer so far, which may have actually been me testing at the start. we've blown under the radar. Oh no, it wasn't me.
I know Fiona was asking me when it was starting, so it may have been Fiona.
We've had 2 different people, or at least 2 different resolutions at different times. But that was it. We've had 10 minutes of playback. One person. And they changed resolution midway for some reason. It dropped to 360p and then they signed off. Probably going, this is really low quality.
Yeah, well, at least you're not putting your glass down on the same table as the microphone.
I beg your pardon? Yeah, we did that on our live video this week from Parageeks on the main channel.
And it really wasn't very loud.
Yeah, somebody commented, never put your glass down on the table with the microphone. Well, I'm so sorry. But it was the hottest day of the year. And one table. We needed wood. Fuck you, whoever you are. Right, where were we? We were playing an adventure. We were arriving in Calcutta.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask this completely meta, out of the game. I'm going to ask you as players, how much agency would you like over the mission to save these people? Because we can do the whole breaking into a compound type thing, very tropey, very the same as a billion other adventures. Or we can go straight to the interesting bit.
I'm going towards the interesting bit simply because, as you say, the let's break into a place and steal stuff is such a cyberpunk trope.
And we've kind of already done that for the past
we've done a few of those already.
So, Harshal flies the gravcopter towards a target on the outskirts of Calcutta. He hasn't slowed up at all. The gravcopter is at maximum speed. The airframe is shaking as he goes through the main gate, over the car park, vehicles spreading up into the air behind the gravcopter as it shoots past them, and flies straight through the main reception doors. Down a corridor, at least parts of your airframe are going down a corridor. Some of them have been ripped off with all the walls you're flying through.
I almost want to, when we hit the reception room, I almost want to open a window and say, "We have an appointment."
If only you could have, due to the velocity that is hit this building at. You start tumbling and spinning with what remains of your airframe, and eventually you erupt into a big, very cyberpunk-looking room with wires everywhere and mainframes and lights and all sorts, and it's a big dome-type room, and the cockpit, just the cockpit survives as you tumble down into the center of this room. Around the outside wall, all around, are naked, newt bodies that just kind of androgynous looking and plain with no real features on them at all. And in the middle is a big chamber. The cockpit crash lands. There's just you four and the two grab sleds and an open hole that used to lead to the rest of the airframe. Harshal undoes his seatbelt. I think my erection's worn off.
I'm not surprised, given the thrusting you've just done.
Yeah, well, I thought we were trying to save these people, not kill them.
Is anyone hurt?
No, luck with judgment.
Yeah,
Go
my
check the
dignity
life
has been
signs.
hurt extremely.
Go check the life signs.
I'll take a quick look.
Yeah.
1%, 1%.
Oh, 1% each. We haven't got much time left.
Nick of time. Excellent. Now, has anyone got a fucking clue how this thing works?
I, at that, grab him by the lapels and say, if you do that ever again, I'm giving you a hand job so hard you'll never want to feel aroused again.
I don't know whether that's an offer or a threat.
Both.
Okay. Do any of you know how these things work?
No, but the switches must be labelled.
Right.
Everyone look for a start button.
Well,
I tap him on the shoulder and say, I just to be cautious. The last time one of us pushed the start button, we took a large chunk of Australia with us.
well, I suggest you go figure it out because I'm about to pass out from blood loss because I appear to have lost my legs. That's why I'm not feeling aroused.
That's very inconvenient, isn't it?
And he passes out. He is indeed. His legs have been severed off.
Do we have any ice?
Do you have any one of those med packs available?
I'm not giving him a fucking med pack.
Well,
We
don't
saw
give
what
him any
happened
Viagra
last
for
time.
God's sake.
Not until he's shat the Viagra out of his system.
I don't think he's got an arsehole anymore.
Well, let's drag these people out of the copter and over to the
Yeah.
equipment anyway.
Okay, you do that. There is a chamber where clearly a person needs to go.
Just the one, or is there more than one
Just
of
the
these?
one chamber.
Right.
I'm going to look for any sort of idea on the equipment as to, you know, where to plug them in.
Okay, there is a space for a person, and there's a computer terminal, basically.
Okay. I think it's a universal. I think it's a universal bus here.
So if we open up one of the, we'll just open up the closest cryo unit.
Okay, so you're not particularly choosing which one.
Well, we can't see in anyway, so we don't know which one's in which, do we? So
no.
No, but there is a control panel, and now that you know who these people are, you could try to... Actually, no, we'll say that Harshal mentioned which one was which. So you know which one is Mariani and which one is Helena Ryman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you two have any preferences? Which one you say first?
Isn't Ryman that really old vintage stationery shop? I'm just saying if any of you like stationery.
I'm just wondering which one will be least upset with us when they come round.
Either of them.
0.5%.
Oh, let's just get one of them out then.
Yeah, well, I suppose the worst comes to the worst, I've got a knockout serum.
Okay, so you're just randomly picking one.
Yeah.
Whichever one you happen to be stood next to is Mariani.
Okay.
You get her out of the stasis chamber. I'm sure I recognize that face. And you put her into the pod. She looks pretty damn beaten up, like her body was at some point maybe depressurized or something. Her eyes have come out of a skull and all sorts. You put her into the pod. You go to the control panel, and it's like, how does this computer interface, and it's like, how the hell does this work? It's like complicated biosequencing stuff. Who's going to give it a go?
I'll give it a go.
Come on,
you look at the screen, a bit confused. Make an medicine plus computers and AI roll.
Medicine, computers, AI, both skills.
Both skills. Yeah, I know. I figured if corporation rules can have 2 stats in a test, then I can use 2 skills.
Well, it's for specific things, yes.
Yes.
Damn, you had to pull that one this time then, didn't you?
I'm going to give you a +4 bonus.
Ooh, thank God for that. And I missed by 5.
Okay, you just look at the screen and you see this DNA helix, and you know, I don't know what any of this is.
Does anyone recognise this?
It's a DNA helix.
Ah, is that what it is? Okay. And what's that?
Well, yeah, do you not know what DNA looks like?
It doesn't come up in cricket, I'm afraid.
No.
The screen kind of zooms in to show an exploded view of a cell nucleus. It's rotating around in 3D. Little sort of diagram lines are going in with labels.
I think that's the nucleus of a cell, but I don't.
Is it? It looks like our sportsman at school trying to explain body line.
It's like the brain of the cell, if you will, or the heart of the cell.
The view zooms out to show a load of, looks like gobbledygook symbols that you don't recognize, possibly ancient Greek, and they all kind of, they're having like a matrix scrolling effect on one side of the screen, and then it rotates around again, and you see the what's that view? The Da Vinci pose thing.
Oh yeah.
That's spinning around on screen at the moment, and then it zooms into the eye.
So, has anyone found a start button yet then?
You haven't pressed any buttons at all yet, just so we're clear.
Are these buttons labelled at all?
It's a keyboard.
Oh, it's a keyboard.
Of course it is. Okay. Well, I suppose we should initiate the first sequence, because all that Greek stuff didn't mean a thing to me.
Yeah, it's all Greek to me.
So is one of you pressing a key on the keyboard?
I'll press enter to see what happens.
Okay, the screensaver goes away and you've got two options, backup and restore.
I couldn't save it. I saw through that.
Thank God for that. Okay, so
Okay, restore then?
Restore it? Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
tap the next one and hit enter again.
you press restore, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There's lights and whirring and buzzing sounds and all sorts of Frankenstein monster moments when the dry ice comes out the bottom of the chamber and slowly the panel lifts up.
Just like
And
the first one.
in the chamber is the man from Cairo. Yeah, with his white suit and his white hat.
From Boston.
Yes.
What was he called? Mr. Pickles or something?
I don't know. I just got him on my notes as the man from Cairo. Anyway, he's completely dead, and his eyes are coming out of his of the skull, bit like Marianne was when you put her in. And he just slumps forward and collapses onto the floor, and his brains spill out.
I don't think this machine's working.
I use the opportunity to see if he has any weapons on him.
No weapons on him.
Okay. Well then, I don't want to look like a homeless person anymore, frankly.
Okay, you put on a blood-stained white suit with a white trilby.
Oh yes, much better.
0.25%.
Oh,
Okay.
Let's swap the other one in and choose the
Try
other
the
setting.
backup. Try the backup.
Okay, you hit back up. It goes overwrite YN.
Do we want to override it? I guess so.
Overwrite.
Right.
Overwrite. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't think it'll do anything if we say no. It's like agreeing or not agreeing on a new piece of software.
Okay,
Let's just
you
go
press
yes.
Y. There's whirring and stuff and all sorts. And then a sort of hissing sound. And then you see you notice there's this sort of translucent tube comes out the top of the machine, and you see loads of red stuff shoot down it and bits of flesh. And then it opens. The chamber is empty.
Okay. Do we put one of them in there?
I think that was the second one. Went up the tube.
Yes,
There's red stuff.
that was Helena Ryman.
Okay.
What if we shut the lid down again and hit restore?
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. It says insert medium, abort, retry, ignore.
One of the bodies from around the edge of the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you go up to the bodies. It appears to be just stood there, but it is breathing.
Do you understand me?
It just stands there, just breathing.
Okay. Lead it to the center of the chamber.
You do so, and it does indeed follow as you take hold of its hand and lead it down. It kind of follows with a walk that's sort of just keeping balance rather than actually purposefully going somewhere.
Okay, let's get this thing plugged in.
Into the pod and close the lid. And
Retry.
Store. Oh, retry, yes. Retry. Dry ice comes out and the lid rolls up. And It's Helena Ryman, the woman who banned you from the Illustra Hotel up on Vastag.
She's alive! She's alive!
You bastards!
What?
You're welcome.
We just brought you back.
Brought you back. I mean,
We saved your life.
Herschel here risked his life to get you here.
and you're looking so much better than you did a minute ago.
Back? You just blew up my home. My hotel.
Oh, okay, then I'll put you out of your misery. I just get the gun out. Well, do you want to live or do you not want to live? Because if you want to live, come with us.
Well, thank you very much for saving my life.
There we go. That's more like it.
I remember you. You're the Dashwoods people.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes, we had the announcement come over the tannoy.
Which announcement?
What?
Yes,
what
on
announcement?
Vastag, they played the security footage back, and it showed you as Xerxes Polynices as the terrorist who ladled all the operational workers with drugs, and that was causing the decompression and the mistakes. And yes, everybody who died on Vastag knows who killed them. So anybody else who got restored knows exactly who did it.
Well, you can't really forget a face like this.
So
Even though he's dressed as Colonel Sanders.
Even though I am not dressed as Colonel Sanders, not just Colonel Sanders wore this suit.
Oh, okay.
everyone who gets restored on Miller Ure will be hunting for you.
Let's make a note not to go there then.
Okay. Maybe I should go back to the porn business.
Yep. Again, I suddenly remember several important parts of my diary I should be going to.
I assume this is Miller Ure, except it feels like normal Earth gravity.
That's because it is Earth.
Oh, this must be an illegal backup and restore operation then.
This is Calcutta.
Kolkata? I say, I wonder who owns this place. Is it Dashwoods?
I don't know who owns it, actually.
No, we were just brought here and told to save you.
We came in a little bit too quickly to look at the sign.
Oh.
But I say,
Yes,
acquiring this would be rather.
there appears to be a hole in the wall. And is that is?
That's the way we came in.
Right. I see. So you went to a lot of effort to bring me back.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
And
yes,
I
that's
said
what we
you're
did. That's
welcome.
exactly what we did.
Okay. So I am then genuinely grateful. My question, though, is why did you blow up Vastag?
We didn't mean to blow up Vastag.
I
No.
see. So you're trying to make amends.
It was a bit of a loaded question, that.
Hmm.
We didn't really have a choice in the matter. It just kind of happened.
Right. Well, I suppose you might have an ally in me, perhaps, depending on the circumstances. Nonetheless, I appear to have been regenerated with a get tag, so I'm going to activate it. Bye-bye. And she presses a little tag on her hand, and she teleports out.
Oh, I was about to provoke her into attacking the Queen. Never mind.
Oh, bugger, bollocks.
Well, that's good, isn't it? She just
That's
leaves us here.
She's going
bullshit.
to be an ally from afar.
Yes. I suppose we better leave. And we better take Herschel, I suppose.
Oh, he's half dead already.
He is dead.
Oh, he's dead. I would have thought his aging
Well,
physiology
his
would stop the bleeding and...
brain's dying. Bit by bit.
Yeah, he's no good to us anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. All those good years spent at school playing cricket.
You guys are unbelievable.
I take out my gun and shoot him.
But you can't do that.
I take out my gun and just.
Really?
Okay.
He'd have been dead in 10 minutes.
Just to
I
be
don't-
clear, you
I
know
don't-
you're in a facility that can save him if you want to, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
We
Okay.
know how it works now. We can bring him back.
Not if you shoot him without backup, no.
Lord Percival, we might need this man. He knows the area. He has contacts. He
But-
knows where the tea is, man.
He drinks Dashwood's export and thinks it's good.
But he knows where the real stuff is.
God damn it, he's a bloody heathen.
Was a bloody heathen.
Now he's a bloody mess.
Hmm.
Do you shoot him?
No,
Do you leave him to die?
I'm tempted, but I've got a feeling I'm about to be overruled.
Grab a blank. Let's get this done quickly. What did we do last time?
In Viagra.
Oh,
Oh no, no,
would that be
we're not
funny enough
doing
not to
that.
put it back to do it again?
I didn't say we're going to do it. I'm just answering your question.
Well, if you get a blank, I'll stick this bit of him in the pod. And we can back him up.
Okay.
Yeah,
But he better not have a hard on when he comes out.
now stick the top bit in. That way we won't. Don't stick the bottom bit in and walk out there with a permanent erection.
Hey,
Okay.
maybe we could get him some cybernetics so he didn't have a willy anymore and he wouldn't get hard and cause problems.
Welcome to RoboDuck. Welcome to RoboDick.
Is he likely to help us if we do that to him?
I'm just thinking long term.
Admittedly, you pair probably didn't hit it off, but
But then we've got to answer serious questions about this cybernetic part. Is he going to be circumcised?
It was speculating. I wasn't thinking about the details.
Or is he going to have a full metal jacket? I mean,
I
it's
think that is speechless.
I don't know where you're going, but are you going to back him up and restore him?
yes, back him up and restore.
Yes.
yeah. Use
Okay.
use the top half,
Right.
because if we use the bottom half, then I have a feeling. In all seriousness, I have a feeling if we use the bottom half, then the computer would use that as a template and assume that that's the way he's meant to be normally.
You
Whereas
back
if
up
we use the
the top,
top
half.
half,
You restore onto another blank. You overwrite the file again, blah, 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 blah. And the dry ice erupts and the chamber comes up. Zzz, and there is the top half of Herschel stood on top of a blank. Like,
oh
his legs are still blank.
balls!
God damn. You didn't save my legs. Holy shit, guys, I don't have an anus or a dick.
Well, we don't know how this machine works, really. You're lucky we got this far.
Look, I'm sure
long
there's.
you-
Look, I'm sure there's somewhere we could
Yes,
sort out the
I'll go.
cosmetics.
Get
Would you like-
cybernetics.
Would you like
Jesus.
us to have another go?
No, I don't want two of me. That still leaves me. Also, I don't really want to get backed up and sucked through the tube.
Well, you are naked currently, so you better put this suit on. Oh,
Well, I
and
have the
Xer-
top
Xer-
half of a suit,
Xerxes' old suit.
but the trousers, all right. No, because he wore traditional Indian dress, so
Oh, okay.
he's actually fine. God damn it, guys! Seriously,
Long term.
It'll be all right.
I'll get some cybernetics. It's all right. Just have to raise some money from somewhere. Right. Now, how long have we been here? Oh, shit, 10 minutes. That's long enough for the Malin branch to arrive. Crap. And then, sure enough, in the hole you've made, there are searchlights scanning the room, and these torches zone in on you guys, and you're all illuminated. And on the other side of those lights are these big guys in big, powerful armored suits, and they activate their shields.
Oh.
I think it's time we leave and find some tea.
Yes. Time to go.
Sorry, I froze there. I missed that.
It's time
No,
for us to leave.
we're exiting.
Okay, there are two exits to this room. There is a hole, and there's the corridor where the hole is now. The hole has several Malin branch in it. Does everybody know what Malin branch are?
No.
Okay, so the UIG are basically humans, not agents. And their policemen are basically cannon fodder to you guys. So to deal with agents, they have what are called Malin branch. Brain-dead, brainwashed, programmed humans with super amounts of testosterone and body armor and big fucking guns who blindly follow orders and cannot be swayed.
Surely isn't it the correct term like Mallenbrach, like the German?
Well, possibly. You're under arrest. Lay down your weapons. Do not resist or you will be terminated.
I immediately get into cover.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. Oh, we don't have any weapons?
We
Would you like to
don't
pass
mean
them over?
we don't mean any harm. We just want a drink of fucking tea.
You hear a click, click, and then a grenade launcher fires.
Clearly not tea lovers.
Okay, let's have reflexes plus athletics to dive out of the way.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, made it. Bang on.
Oh, fuck off. No, nowhere close.
Missed by 2.
Okay, Jason, you succeeded. So you get the choice. You can dive out of the way, but you will be exposed to small arms fire in doing so.
Yeah, I'd rather have small arms fire than a grenade launcher.
Okay, so you dive out of the way. The rest of you take 12 damage from the exploding grenade. Jason, you come under fire from several automatic weapons, taking 19 damage.
Oh, good.
What can I
Well,
say?
we
There's
ought
dice
to-
involved.
Becky, were we up to full hit points again from the last session?
Only if Jason gave you med packs.
Obviously, yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, so we were.
Well, they restore 10 a time if you use them, which none of this exchange or use of med packs actually happened. But if you want to retcon it and say that it did, I don't mind.
Okay, well, if I got 10 back, if I use 1 med pack, that takes me down to 1 then.
How much damage did we get? Sorry.
You got 12.
12.
Jason got 19.
Okay, I just want to say, you didn't want to get the grenade, and yet you got more damage than we did.
It's how dice work, I'm sorry. I'm innocent on this one. I'm just the GM. Lay down your weapons or you will be eviscerated.
We're not a threat. We're just tea salesmen.
Click, click.
Oh,
What? I be able to use telekinesis to yank the grenade launcher out of his hand?
I don't think a held weapon could resist that.
In that case, when a grenade fires, can I use my telekinesis to try and blow it back at him?
I'm going to put a huge minus on that because it's a fast-moving small projectile, but yes, you can try.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm you guys.
Grenade fires. Make your roll at -6. I'm being nice because I was going to go -12 and then I was going to go -8. So I'm trying to help you guys, but precedence, you know.
Okay, well, I got 14 without the penalty. So.
Okay, so you stand there going, "Huh," as the grenade lands at your feet. The rest of you, well, no, Jason was in a different spot and in the open. So, Jason, the grenade detonates at your feet. Knocking you unconscious, I'm pretty sure. Because it doesn't, it rolled higher this time. Many hit 32.
Wow. That's my whole health.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the rest of you who are in cover, your cover is being shot to pieces. What was previously hard cover, as you hid behind the chamber, one of you behind the wreckage, whatever. You're now only in partial cover as it starts exploding all around you. Put down your weapons.
Damn bollocks! Fuck it!
Or you'll feel a bit eviscerated.
All right. Just stop firing.
Yeah, I'd put my hands up. It's a fair cop.
And pretty soon, the whole auditorium starts filling up with Malambranch. And they descend down. And they go to the man from Cairo. Confirmed. This is the target. And they pick him up. And they drag him out. And they
But
will
I'm
start
wearing his
filing out.
clothes.
Yes. But they look at the face.
Okay.
And they drag him out. And they will start filing out behind.
I knew I should have shot that body to fuck. I was going to do it. I was going to bring out the guns and just go on general principle.
And then you see, as the Malambranch start piling away, there's what looks like an office worker. She's wearing a sort of white blouse. Her hair's tied back. She's got a pencil skirt on and stuff. And she's holding a clipboard. What the bloody hell? What about them?
Don't mind us.
Fucking automatons. This is what you get for relying on the UIG. What have you done to my facility?
It's a funny story.
Look at the chamber. It's been shot to hell.
But we didn't do that.
We didn't do that.
Who are you?
We're Dashwood's agents.
Eurasian Incorporated.
Eurasian Incorporated.
Actually,
You blew up your own fucking illegal facility.
No, we didn't do the shooting. And someone else flew the helicopter in here.
Wait till head office hears about this. She disappears behind the rubble. I think that's a good moment to leave it.
Ow, itchy.
Hey, look, at least that's one thing you're not going to be accused for in a court of law because, it's an illegal facility.
Yeah,
So-
true.
Oh, we have got a break at last.
on the basis that our adventure so far has been 1 step forward and 3 steps back, are we ever going to get back into the pluses again?
But your body count tonight was only 1 million people.
Considerably down on previous sessions, I grant you.
And
Plus one android.
Oh, and the guy, Cairo guy.
Well, technically, that wasn't the man from Cairo. He's still alive because you just made another copy of him.
Oh,
So
okay.
the Malin branch have arrested a dead copy.
We didn't
Like I
favor
said,
then.
Malin branch are hard as nails, but they're also just following orders strictly. So, yeah. That's our session for this week. I'm going to end the broadcast now. Thank you for watching if you did. As it looks from the statistics, most of you didn't. So, bye-bye.
Bye.
I know.
Bye.